In Montezuma County, a new group aims to provide an inclusive space within the bike industry. Queer Byke Brigade, started by locals Clara, Moulton, and Kit Jones, strives to provide an accessible, safe, and inclusive space for LGBTQ+ people in Montezuma and La Plata counties. You're watching the Local News Network, brought to you by Fast Signs and Southwest Health Systems. I'm Connor Shreve.
So we went to Rome Fest down in Sedona last November, and that was awesome. And there was a bunch of queers there, and there was a queer-only ride, and it was amazing. And we were like, how do we get more of this, please? And like, we wanted the ride part for sure, but we also wanted like the social networking thing, because like it's rural out here, and like there's a lot more queer folks than there used to be, but there's still not a lot of queer folks. And so just like creating that like really inclusive, supportive network too was like a priority.
Being LGBTQ+ in rural areas might not always be easy, but there are more LGBTQ+ people than you may think. Approximately 3 million LGBTQ+ people live in rural America, so having gathering spaces that bring people together away from urban gay bars and clubs is vital.
That's like what I love about queer community, is because like everyone in it has like gone through some sort of to like be who they are, because this world, even though it's changing, like still doesn't love queer people all the time. And so there's like this intentionality around safeness and inclusivity and acceptance that like is like beautiful and like helps foster along like wherever folks are at, because everyone was at that point at some point, you know? And so I think that there's like beauty in that, and that's why it feels like so good to me to like be in queer community, like why that feels safe and I can like really be myself and be authentic to who I am.
In Southwest Colorado, biking is a big deal. From mountain biking to gravel biking to road biking, there's a large community that revolves around bicycles. But being outside on a bike doesn't necessarily feel safe to everyone, depending on their background. Many LGBTQ+ people don't feel safe going outside on their own or presenting as LGBTQ+ when they do go outside.
Being able to have that ability to be like authentically yourself in outdoor spaces is paramount. And I think I've taken that for granted. I think a lot of outdoor recreationists take that for granted. Because that's not the case for everyone. And it's based on like background, upbringing, like so many different components. And so simply just like having the awareness that like not everyone feels that safety in outdoor spaces is step one. And then I think creating more and more visibility and like power in numbers too. So like, yeah, maybe it's super scary for like a trans masked human to go bike by themselves in a rural space. But if they're doing it with like 15 other queers that are hooting and hollering and being weird, all of a sudden it feels a little bit better and a little more safe.
Queer Byke Brigade strives to make biking accessible to any ability and experience level. Their rides are not more about developing a strong LGBTQ+ community than they are about going fast. Moulton hopes that this allows space for more people to get into biking and come on group rides, even if they're worried about being too slow.
But I said on the first couple of rides, I was like, y'all can go ride your bike fast and like get gnarly anytime you want. Like these trails are in our backyard, they're awesome. We're here to like be with each other. Like, so let's be with each other in whatever way that looks like. And that's like lots of chatty Cathy time, trail side, and like lots of breaks. Like awesome, let's do that.
Queer Byke Brigade is currently hosting LGBTQ+ bike rides once a month. They plan to also host other LGBTQ+ social gatherings around Montezuma and La Plata counties. To learn more and participate, follow them on Instagram. Learn more about this story and others at montezumalocal.news. Thank you for watching this edition of the Local News Network. I'm Connor Shreve.